Hey guys, how are you? How are you really? Anyways, hi guys and welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. So get comfortable and let's talk about how I got here. People have different journeys, but I think mine was a bit weird. So often people ask me, is it a calling or it's something you chose? I think for me it was a calling. So here's what went down. Right. So it all started
when I was born.
in 2018, where I was writing my A-levels. The plan was to go to the UK. I really wanted to go to the UK because it just seems like this scenic place. Also, like, it's just a very dreamy place. They have castles, they have these red buses, they have buildings. This
is London, baby.
Scotland is one of the most enchanting places in the world.
Yeah, I have a romantic mind like that. So I thought that was the ideal place. I could see myself in first year.
A long time ago, longer now than it seems, in a place that perhaps you've seen in your dreams, for the story that you are about to be told.
With this guy I met in a canoe, going under a canal, you know, those bridges, the canals, how they look like, just rowing our boat, you know, getting to know each other. Just sharing stories. Okay, scratch that. So that was the dream, like the UK. So I applied for this scholarship. It was a fully funded scholarship because financially things were not giving. The option was to do my university in Zim or apply for a scholarship. So that's what I was doing. And yeah, I did everything I could, prayed, fasted, payments, and wrote the personal statements, got someone to edit them for me professionally. I think there was something else where you had to talk about yourself, where you have to say how you're going to give back to your country, Zimbabwe. And to be honest, I told them I'd give back to my country. I'd go back and start as a young entrepreneur. To be honest, I wasn't going to go back. So yeah, I had to sell them what they wanted to hear. So that's what I did. Anyways, everything was good. Everything was set. My faith levels were high. You know, the Bible says faith the size of a mustard seed is enough to move a mountain. Guys, my faith was as big as a mango seed. Like, I was ready to pack my bags and, you know, start processing the visa stuff. Guys, my plan was to travel the world, okay? Travel. Just go and go wild, go crazy. Because, you know, once you get an opportunity like that, you want to make it count. Like, once you go abroad, you want to feel like you've been abroad before returning back to your country. So I made the submission and then I waited for the scholarship. It was sort of like an African scholarship, like a full funded scholarship. So after that, I wrote my final exams. I feel like I spent half of my preparation time for the final exams applying and going around looking for the stuff that was needed. So I feel like I just wasted my time, to be honest, because half the time was scholarship prep, the other half study.
What's going on? Doctor, I'm done. Cut the show. I'm done. Take me off.
I feel like I should just have studied and like just pass very well. You know, I wrote exams, went on my holiday. I went to my aunt's place in SA. She has this preschool, so during that time I was helping her with the crash, playing with babies. I mean, What better way to spend your holiday than play with other people's babies? So it was really nice. Hey, cute chubby babies. Just spend the day surrounded by cuddles, babies. That was so cute. You know, I would always check my mail for that message, that one message, waiting for the congratulations.
Welcome to Monthly Mara.
You have won this beautiful scholarship that will change your whole life. I mean, British accent and all. you know.
Blessed people, thank you so much. The Lord bless you. Amen. Yes, I will see you. So you guys are going by road, eh?
Yes,
just watch the vehicles on the road because the road is a bit tricky. Yes. Brother,
One fine morning, I open my phone as usual, check my mail, and I see a congratulations. Whew. The university was Nottingham Trent University, UK. They have science scholarships where they do a fully funded. They give a few lucky students a fully funded scholarship. It's sort of like a development scholarship thing. So I saw a congratulations with the confetti. I was like, oh my days, is this it? Is this it, Lord? Because I'm about to rush back to Zim to prep my stuff and go. I was so excited. And then I was like, okay, let's go, let's scroll. Dear Maisha BN Chuara, it is with great privilege and happiness that will let you know that something like that, you have then I checked 20% scholarship. Here, hi. I was like, what do these people want me to do? What did they want me to? I prayed so hard. Like, when my prayers not enough was my faith. I've never had such huge faith. I don't think I've ever had huge faith like that before. It's like I did everything right. I prayed. I had confessed my sins. Like, when you have unconfessed sins, sometimes they block your blessings. You have to be right with God. I was right with God, okay? Like, my faith was far much more than what was required in the word, and the prayers people had been praying for me, my mom, everyone, and the statement was great. Like, it was amazing. That personal statement was supposed to get me a scholarship, but it didn't happen. That day I told my aunt, today I'm not bathing. As for the kids, I do not want to see them. I don't want to see them. Like, you all don't understand. Yeah, you're cute and all. Like, you know what? Stay there with your cute onesie and all. I don't care. Don't crawl to me. Today is not the day. So that day, I hadn't taken a shower, I think. It was early morning. So I told my aunt, today I'm not bathing. I'm not happy. I'm striking against God. Oh my days. I was striking against God. And you know how the Bible says your hair is given to you as a covering. It's your glory, right? Your hair, a woman's hair is her glory. I was like, today I'm not seeing this glory. Oh yeah, you will not. One thing about you will not see this glory. I am grieved, and you have to know that I'm not okay. So I took a duke. I don't know if you know duke, a head shower, and then I wrapped my head. I was like oh my days. So, and unbathed, teary-eyed. I was crying the whole day. I was so heartbroken because for me, I didn't have any other option because finances, as I said before, my family was not in a position to pay for my university that year. My aunt had a friend who had just come over. She wasn't feeling well. So she was lying on the couch. I went and laid down on the couch. Lied down. Sometimes English sounds weird. Lay down. Lay. That one. Yes. I also slept on that same couch. And then I was like, nope, I'm also not feeling well. She had to be like, you know what, you need to stand up, because things is with spirits. With spirits, you start feeling sick for real. You contract that spirit of sickness from her, because already you're so low. Your faith is low. It's in the pits. You are upset. You're crying, you're whatnot, then you want to sit next to someone who's genuinely not feeling well and you want to throw a pity party for yourself, please go take a shower, ma'am. I went to take a hot shower. I was crying. I couldn't even feel that the water was hot because my tears were also hot. I was just existing. I was just floating. I did what I had to do and it failed.
I did what I could and I could what I did. Anything. We bless the Lord. Understand? And what couldn't be did not be done because it could have did. And we praise God.
Maybe if I still had strength to try other avenues, like let's try this, then it fails, let's try this. You know, sometimes you fail and then you keep trying different avenues because you're still motivated. I had lost the motivation. I had lost hope. I had lost my praise. There's a song that says, I never lost my praise. That day, I lost my praise in that season. I just lost everything because things just seemed to be crashing down around me. Not only financially, not only school-wise, but everything was just crashing. It was burning. Burn it all down. You know, when you get to a point where you've done all you can that is within your means, you've put your best foot forward, you've done your part, you've left God to do his part, and then it looks like he hasn't done his part. It looks like he's not even listening, or he has listened but he just does not feel like responding. And he's God. I mean, what can you do? So yeah, that's where I was at. I was so helpless. I had put so much energy into it and it had yielded no fruits. So what I had to do was just let go. So I decided to let go. That's what we decided to do. Just washed my hands off of everything. Like, you know, as a human being, you can only do so much. So I continued with the babies, and then turns out back then, like when you travel by bus in SA, you get like a month, you get like 20 something days, 28 days to visit. So my days were about to finish. So I thought, you know what? We had these family friends in Botswana because we used to stay there at some point. So I got in touch with them. Just. I don't know if I got in touch or they got in touch with me. It was more of they did, because I wasn't up in people's. I didn't care about social life. Like, my life is a mess. Why should I be looking for people? They called me. They were like, "Hi, how are you?" They're like, "It's been a long time. Where have you been? Can you please come over? Come visit us." Then I told them, okay, cool, because my days are about to be done here in SA. So they were like, okay, let's arrange transport. They arranged for me to come visit them. Just that. So random. So I had to pack up, said my goodbyes. My aunt put me on a bus, an overnight bus. The next morning I was in Gaborone. And just like that, I had arrived in Botswana. It sounds like a joke, but I feel like God has a way of doing things that we don't understand. He has his way of working things out. When you think things are not working, that's when, like, the moment you think things are not working, that's when he's working things out. I feel like he'll be like, okay, fine, you've done your part, this is where you end, cool, can I start working now? You've done too much, sit back. Like, where you end is where he begins sometimes. So yeah, just like that, I was in Botswana, confused, sad and heartbroken. I felt like I didn't have any purpose. I didn't belong anywhere. I was just floating. So yeah, I got there. We had a good time. Yeah, so they started looking around, making phone calls. They were so sweet. Like, they didn't have to, but they did. And then they had this outreach program in Zambia, you know, preaching the gospel and all that stuff. So that means they had like people based in Zambia. So I just knew that there are these guys in Zambia that are about the work of the Lord. So yeah, so one day he asked them, he was like, you know what, I heard universities are good that side. And they're like, yeah, they're actually good. So he asked them to go and find out about the university programs on my behalf. He was like, we have to take this kid to uni, like, we have to. So bring us information. So after a few days, I was so surprised, things were just moving so fast. After like a day or two, the brothers were back. like a day or two, the brothers were back with information about universities, and before I knew it, the pastor was just going through everything, the requirements. And then one day we are having our whole kitchen egg party, for breakfast, and then he's like, Maisha, look at this program. This university offers medicine. Like, how many points do you have again? Then I told him. Then he's like, Maisha, but you could get in, And then he starts reading out loud, scrolling, like, they offer this and this. This is how long the program is. What do you think, Maisha, about medicine? I'm so invested in doing what I do best. I'm so busy enjoying, because now cooking was so therapeutic for me. And I was just there frying. And you know how adults, if they want you to get to do something, they'll be like, oh, Maisha is very good with eggs. She has a thing with eggs. She handles them so well. Like, her eggs are amazing. So yeah, that sort of like made me want to do the stuff. Yeah, they do that. So they played that card on me and it worked, so that I was the chef. So while I'm doing my thing, I was just like, yeah, whatever. I don't mind. He mentioned medicine. I did not even think twice. I was like, yeah, as long as I'm in university and it's this year, yeah, sure. Shrugged, continued frying the eggs. Little did I know that he actually took me seriously. So after that, for me, I felt as if I'm in a dream because things were happening so fast. So he asked me to send him my documents, my results, got in touch with the school. And then they were like, she can come, because uni started actually 2 weeks ago. She's 2 weeks late. So if she can come as soon as to travel and stuff like that. The pastor got in touch with my dad. In my head, I'm so confused because we have no money, right? Like, why do they know how much? Do these people know how much university costs, or should I break it down for them? So he calls my dad, and then he's like, "Oh, there's this program, medicine." My dad is also very equally surprised, but my dad is right on board. Like, okay. And then he's like, "Do you have money for a deposit for this program?" And then my dad is like, "You know what? What happened is, I don't know if it had just started work, but a few days ago he had gotten money just enough for the first deposit of school fees. Not only that, him traveling to Zambia, accommodation, food, it was just enough for me. Does that make sense? Yeah. He was like, yeah, I just got money a few days ago. I was also wondering because I did not expect this money. So he was like, great. So I want Maisha to do medicine in Zambia, whatnot. Then the two men, they planned, bro. They planned. My dad, the next day, he jumped on a bus. God has a way of putting things together when it seems like the way he does things, you'll be so surprised because you did not see it coming. He has a way of just showing up. He may seem like he's 4 days late. Listen, child, like what he did when Lazarus passed on. God knew that guy was sick. He could just have popped up and helped. That guy was his friend. That family were his people. But you know what God did? He waited till Lazarus was dead. Yeah. And then after that, he waited to be told that Lazarus is dead. You know what God did? God rocked up 4 days late. The worms had already started doing what they had to do. He rocks up, and you know what that man does? He cries. He's God. He didn't have to. He could just have performed the miracle, but God had to cry. He had to feel what the sisters, Martha and Mary, were feeling. That's crazy. So yeah, God had to feel my pain. And then he waited. And then he showed up when I did not expect him to, because I had come to terms with things that this is how it's going to be. I'm not going to uni this year. And if I'm ever going to uni, I'm probably going to go in Zim, because that's what's on the ground. That's what people can afford. Yeah. Okay. So my dad, over the next couple of days, boarded a bus from Zim to Zambia. Mind you, he has never been to Lusaka before, but he went there. He paid the tuition fee for me. he found me a boarding house. Not only did he find a boarding house with the help of the school, he also found me someone to stay with, flatmate. Yeah. Not only did he do that, but okay, let's go back a little. Let's go back to me in Botswana. So now I'm watching things unfolding and I'm just sitting there. And then I was told, you have to prepare, we have to put you on a bus. It's Tuesday. I'm being told on Friday I have to board a bus to Lusaka. I've never been to Zambia before. And also back in those days, 2018, 2019, Zambia was not like popular like that. It wasn't a destination that people would go to uni for. People were only just starting to go there. I remember people would ask me from Zim, like, why Zambia? I was like one of the first groups of international students to go there. Yeah, usually people go to SA, stay in Zim, go to SA, go abroad. Okay, so God has planned this path, paved this path for me to walk that I didn't even know existed. He sort of did that thing in Isaiah. There's that verse that says, he makes a way in wastelands and streams in a desert. That's what he did. He then created a path that did not exist in my mind and in my life for me to walk on. Yeah, within a few days, the wife, the pastor's wife, she had, mind you, I was on holiday. I did not carry my clothes. I did not carry everything, you know. You carry just a few. So she helped me with my wardrobe. She also gave me a blanket, a pillow. She sort of like did a whole university starter pack for me. Everything. Yeah. Then they put me on a bus. The next Friday. And just like that, I went to university, not from home, not from my mother's house. Nope. I went to university from Botswana. Who goes to university from Botswana? Like, who does that? That was me. As soon as I arrived, I met with my dad. He was waiting for me at the bus station. Took me to the boarding house he had found for me. Introduced me to this roommate. My dad made a friend for me at uni in advance. I get there, girl from Malawi opens, she's so happy to see me, and my dad is like, oh, I brought your friend, the one I was talking to you about. I'm just there. I'm like, guys, I want to go home. I can't believe I'm here. Like, I have changed my mind. I was joking. Is it too late to say jokes? Because I really wanted to say jokes. But no, my dad was there. And I had last seen him like 2 months ago back at home. So it was just crazy. And then he introduces me to this girl. He shows me the place. My dad had bought groceries for me for the month. He had also bought a blanket and a pillow. He bought groceries, everything that I needed, from food to toiletries. Before he left, that same day, he left me with his card. Because I didn't even have time to apply for my own visa card, you know. And then he gives me his card. He's like, you need this. I have to leave tomorrow morning. I have to be back at work. I was like, yo. Wow.
Bring me out completely.
Huh?
I beg you to bring me out.
Completely?
Yeah. Bring me out. Bring me out. For sure.
Just like that, I was alone in a foreign country, new to everything. The language, the people. Yeah, I don't know if that was culture shock or what, but there was a lot of shock. That's why for me, I say medicine was not, it wasn't a choice as such, it was a calling. Because I've had so many reasons to leave ever since I got there. Things would get tight. Things would really get tight. Then I'm like, you know what? Now I was very open to the idea. Things got so hard in my university experience that I was open to the idea of going back to Zim and going back to that school that had offered me computer science. Like, you know what, guys? I'm back. Hi, I come back. It is me. I did not mind. I wanted to go home. So I've had so many times that I wanted to do a Jonah on God. I wanted to pull a Jonah on him. Just, go away. He said, do not go. Just go away. But every time I wanted to do that, something would come up to confirm that I'm supposed to be here. For example, let's say there was a money issue and all things are pointing to go back home, Somewhere, somehow, something would happen where maybe it's either the school would reduce the school fees. That has happened, and that's crazy. That is crazy. Say that, my dad gets money again out of nowhere where he never expected he'll get money, just on time for me not to get kicked out of school. Guys, a lot has happened. And you know what? I'm realizing when God puts you somewhere, He's going to give you confirmations. He's going to affirm that choice that He provided. So yeah, that's what God does. I've learned that if it's God's will, He'll move everything in your way. He'll move everything to make it happen. Whether you like it or not, He'll make it possible. He'll make those streams in the deserts and ways in wastelands. That's what He specializes in. Like, if things are not going well in your life, or it looks like you're at a dead end, then I think this testimony is for you. So that's basically my road to medical school. And guess what? I'm in my final semester. Not even just final year. I'm in my final semester of medical school. And the Lord has brought me this far. I hope this helped someone. Just keep believing, man. Keep believing. Keep praying and believing. God will work things out. That's it for my story time today. That's all I have to say. And so long, guys. Till the next video. Make sure that you're subscribed for the next story time. Whatever it's going to be, God knows. So yeah, thank you so much for showing up today. So much love. Bye.